Welcome to the Send More Offers Real Estate Show with Brandon Barnes, showing you how to do wholesaling deals consistently without having to go on seller appointments. Learn the key tips and strategies that Brandon's students use to find deeply discounted properties that are pennies on the dollar, all while avoiding wear and tear on their vehicle, body, and freedom. Whether you're looking for your first deal or your next deal, it's time to send more offers with your host, Brandon Barnes.
Welcome, loyal Send More Offers listeners, back to our four-part series, How to Send More Offers in 2024 to Do More Deals. Look, this is the episode about how to submit your offers lightning fast for good response and making sure that you're receiving and delivering offers and communication as quickly and as effectively as possible. So I'm going to break down a few ways that you can make sure that you do this. And look, in the beginning, when I started, it was just I'm editing PDFs, and in Word and taking my boilerplate offer, which I have available for you guys. It's also going to be in the show notes, and just editing each time and making sure that I sent that offer as soon as I said I would after I've seen the property, or if it's virtual and I'm not able to go to the property for an in-person appointment, I'm making sure I send it and then setting a follow-up for 24 to 48 hours after I spoke to the homeowner with that offer, regardless where we are on price. And then, that evolved into delegating to someone else. So I hired a virtual assistant, and, there's a lot to say about this, but, you hire for what you don't want to do. And for some people that's selling the deals, for some people that's acquisitions or lead generation. But I'm going to always suggest that you start with just a general administrative assistant, because they're going to help keep you organized, make sure marketing is going out, make sure that you're tracking your numbers, and they can do things just like this, like cleaning your data and making sure that the offers are going out and follow-ups are being set. So with that, using automation oftentimes is just simply delegating the authority or the process to someone else. So I'm going to say that again slower, because a lot of folks want to do everything and automate their business and have a fully automated, autonomous business. But sometimes it's just delegating to someone else to make sure that things get done. So number one, being able to delegate the offer submission to someone else. And that can just be simply editing the agreement and sending it out based on the comps that you see. And if you heard last episode, we talked about how to come up with your as-is prices based off on as-is comps. Another tool, offer submission tool, you can use a service like DocuSign or PandaDoc that they allow you to change the specific input fields. So what that means is you'll change your price, your closing date, maybe your terms and conditions, how long you have to close, how long your due diligence is. You can fill this out and edit the agreement so that each time when you're ready to create a new agreement, you're just changing some fields and you're putting this into a service like DocuSign or PandaDoc, and it creates the agreement and then it sends it for you. And these tools even have a reminder function that it sends a follow-up email on your behalf. But I always want to make sure that I suggest to you to also go on and set your own follow-up, because a live touch is always going to be better than an automated email that comes from a DocuSign. So that's option number two, is just having one of these e-signature companies that will replace the input fields for you to update your offer when you're ready to send it out. And I'm going to be coming to you guys real soon with something I'm working on. It's called offerbolt.io. It's still not released to the public yet, but it has this built-in function where you can upload your agreement and you can have it sent out so that when you're ready to send an offer, you just hit one button. We even created this for our students. And so if you're interested in learning more about that, you can give me a shout and we'll talk through what that looks like. The last and final and easiest option for you is just to have your purchase agreement with some blank spaces or the seller's name, or you can come equipped with that, the address. You could have that pre-filled in and printed out, and then just leaving the purchase price blank and your closing date blank, maybe even your due diligence and earnest money blank, and taking that with when you go to an appointment. And what I typically would do in this situation is, if I get to an appointment, I've already ran my numbers prior to, and I understand where I need to be within a range of $10,000 to $30,000. I'm going to already look at the comps before I go to the home. I already have spoken to the homeowner. I understand what they say about the condition. And then based on what I learn at the property, what I see with my own two eyes, and then the conversation that I have with them. And I'm going to give you a gem, a Brandon gem is always ask when you're at the property, hey, if I could pay all cash and close quickly, what's the best price you would consider if there were no closing costs and no real estate commissions to pay? And just wait for them to tell you. So even when I go to an appointment, that's what I say. When we're on the phone, that's what we say. And that's going to give you close to their bottom line or close to their range. And you can use that as more information on how much you're going to offer this person. And so I tell them, after I've seen the property, I've chit chatted for a while, I've built rapport, I'll go out to the car and say, hey, well, look, give me a second. I actually have an agreement in the car. I think I have another blank agreement. I just want to leave you with this offer right now. And what that's going to do is just make sure that you're getting the offers to folks up front, so that you're then just in a follow-up cycle. And for those people, there's people out there that'll say, hey, well, don't give them your offer so they're going to shop it around. I promise you, there's more people that don't ever make an offer that you can win those sellers. You're not going to win all of them, but I think that this gives you a fighting chance to be able to let them know that you're serious, you're ready to do business, and then you're just in a follow-up state. So what do we talk about? We talked about first, just editing an agreement whenever you speak to someone, sending it to them regardless of where they are on price, and then eventually delegating that to someone to do for you while they set a follow-up for you within 24 to 48 hours. And that conversation goes like this. Hey, I just sent you an agreement. It was great to speak with you. Great to meet you at the property. Great to talk to you about the property if virtual. I just wanted to make sure, did you receive the agreement? Do you have any questions? And then answer them from there. That's rule number one. That's the option number one. Number two is to use an e-signature type of software like a DocuSign or a Write Signature or PandaDoc. They have editable fields that you can change the terms of your offer, and then you can submit them for e-signature request. And another Brandon gem is that you can also, if they don't have email, you can text them a link. Just put the agreement in a shareable to anyone on the internet with the link, a shareable Google Drive folder for the specific property. And you can text them the link to that, or you can text them a Dropbox link to the agreement. That's option number two. And option number three is having blank agreements with you when you go to appointments or when you talk to folks and you want to get that offer. Follow-up is always the key, and that's what we're going to be talking about in the next episode. But I wanted to leave you with how you make sure how you have a fighting chance and you are rapidly delivering your offers to homeowners when you speak to them virtually or when you go to them in person and check out the property. And in that case, look, either way, I'm either on the phone having a conversation or in person. I'm going to send them and leave them with my offer and then set a follow-up within 24 to 48 hours to check and make sure that they received it or check and make sure they don't have any questions. And I'm going to follow up until they're ready to do business. And that's what we're going to be talking about next week. I really appreciate you for staying with us for this 4-part series, how to send more offers and do more deals in 2024. I can't wait to talk to you about those next pieces. And just as a heads up, there's going to be a link in the show notes for how you can download my boilerplate purchase agreement, and has some great stipulations in there that can help you win these types of deals. But the link is mightyestates.ck.page/ABC. Again, that's mightyestates.ck.page/ABC. bit.ck.page/ABC. The link will be in the show notes. You have the agreement. You're going to be out there talking to folks, making offers, following up on those offers, and doing more deals. Guys, as always, look, I'm going to invite you to sendmoreoffers.com. That's the best way to get in contact with me. Show notes from all the favorite guests and the best guests. There's nothing for sale there, but just a bunch of great information. You can reach me, any of my socials. If you have a deal in Atlanta or you just want to learn more about how to do this business yourself and make more money, go to sendmoreoffers.com. Until next time, as always, send more offers, do more deals. Peace.
That's all for this episode of the Send More Offers Real Estate Show with Brandon Barnes. But we know you're craving more knowledge to get yourself ready for that next deal. To schedule a call with Brandon to learn more about how to do deals consistently without seller appointments in a repeatable way, be sure to visit us at sendmoreoffers.com. And be sure to tune in for the next episode of the Send More Offers Real Estate Show.